Welcome back to episode 2 or 1, since the first one was technically an intro, whichever one of our podcast.
Or if you're new,
welcome to your episode 1 of the podcast.
Uncut and
Unoriginal.
Exactly.
I'm the racist one
because we don't know what we're doing.
I'm Demetrius, not the racist one. It's a joke. Don't cancel me. I'm not the baby, I promise.
Was it a joke? And I'm Jose.
Everybody's a little bit racist.
AKA JOC on my Twitch.
I don't have an official cool Twitch name yet, so I'm working on it.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/JOC. And then once Demetrius has his, we can link.
I'll throw it in stuff. One of these Discord. One of these stream episodes.
That too.
Stream. We're not streaming. It's a podcast. One of these podcast episodes. One of these episodes.
Like I said, we're new to it, so you can laugh all you want.
It's uncut.
We're new to it.
So. Not like me. I was circumcised.
But I was saying, Discord, I also have that. It'll be in the description.
Same. Also. Samesies. This is a new thing for us. We're
And if any of you that are listening knows how to do this and like to help us, then we would appreciate it.
Politely. Constructive criticism, okay? I understand my voice is annoying. I get it. Don't tell me to shut up, because I'm going to say something that's going to hurt your feelings. And you're going to want to find me and beat me up. And I'm here to let you know, Jose is like 6'1", and he'll beat your ass. I'm 5'8", and I can't, but I'll use Jose as protection. So, with that being said, let's just dip into,
last episode we left out talking about school, so we can start with that.
Did we? Is that what we were talking about, school?
You were talking about like how something about school.
I'm not even gonna lie. In the short amount of time it took me to save the last episode of the podcast to right now, I entirely lost my train of thought. So we can talk about school. That's fine. I graduated high school. Haven't gone to college yet. Working on it.
Well, same.
Life's a bitch.
It is, especially when you get not kicked out, but like
when you move out at an early age. I was kicked out. Essentially, I was kicked out at
18.
19.
For me, I moved out 18.
My parents tossed my stuff on the porch and
said "fuck you."
Yeah, so I went out and lived on my own, and that was almost 10 years ago. Yeah.
So if you're a teen younger than us, stay with your parents.
They
save
can't
money.
Be a teen older than us.
Well, yeah.
If you're a 117-year-old, which technically makes you a teen, then congrats. Holy crap, you're old. I'm sorry you're not dead yet. Because, man, I'm sure that's just the worst.
Well, watch. You're going to live up to 200.
I hope not. God. Life sucks already. Maybe, okay, actually, no. I'd be fine living to, like, 100 if I was, like, absurdly rich. I want to wake up at 100 years old, or wake up the day of my 100th birthday and be like, you know what, for the last X amount of years, I've had more money than I knew what to do with.
I'm watching a TikTok, and it's some, like, he's, I forgot his name, like, Grant something. He's, like, a spokesperson.
Oh, is he one of those, like, inspirational speaker kind of guys?
Yeah.
I hate them.
He was telling his wife, is what his speech was, that if he ever dies, to sell, the first two things she wants to sell is the jet and the condo. Don't sell, because he owns buildings, right? He's like, don't sell any apartment buildings, because those are going to stay in business for 100 years. And he's not wrong.
Apartments. People are always going to need apartments. I live in one, so.
Our recording is in one.
Yes, we are recording in my apartment. Not that we can't record in Jose's apartment. He lives across the parking lot. So
the only reason we're not, because my dog barks a lot.
We could be recording in my duplex, which is what we had before this, but I accidentally burnt that to the ground. So that's a story we'll save for another episode.
Well, do we have to? No.
I've already told the story like a million times. One of these days, when we get enough people, we'll make a Patreon. And once we get to like 10 Patreon subscribers or whatever they're called, then I'll tell the story. That'll be like the reward for that, because it's really a stupid ass story, and
I agree. And the stupid reason is we haven't been. Yeah, you just wait.
Yeah, the two responses I get from this story are, "Wow, you're an idiot," or "Your life sucks." Like, the universe just went out of its way. So,
and the time of year was horrible too.
January.
So
it was cold.
Yeah.
But one of these episodes, we'll go into a nice, in-depth documentary style expose on the burning down of Demetrius and Jose's duplex, and our neighbor, because she was also on the other duplex.
Good thing she wasn't home though.
Yeah. We're not going to set the apartment on fire though, so because now anytime I smell something burning, I get triggered, and I automatically think something's on fire.
Yep, like at work, you guys burning coffee.
Well, okay, that's just because I can smell it. I don't know how everybody else does. I was gonna say, I don't know. I don't understand how they don't smell that.
I smell it with my mask too.
Yeah, I can.
With my mask on, I'm like,
because I'm like
burning coffee.
I was like, is that my breath? But first of all, whose breath smells like burning coffee?
Never know.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure they come in all shapes and sizes, but I can smell that shit like a mile away.
And burning coffee doesn't smell bad, but
no,
you can tell when it is.
It doesn't smell bad. It smells bad. Like it's not a smell that should normally be around.
Yeah,
it smells okay because it's coffee. Like, it's not like burnt cookies. I fucking hate the smell of burnt cookies
or biscuits. Oh,
speaking of biscuits,
another hint: whoever gets his own job
at work, Dylan took. So you know how in our microwaves, I don't want to use the technical terms in case people guess where we work. In the microwaves we use, how that has like the numbers you press for biscuits, right? For like a whole thing of them. Yeah. He was, because for break that day I had 2 biscuits and sausage because I'm on a diet. So he's like, yeah, I'll eat that too. He put 2 biscuits in for the whole biscuit timer in the microwave. And I was like, what the fuck is that smell? Because I just come back from break. And he's like, I was making biscuits. I'm like, first of all, that's not how you do that.
That's funny. Because our microwaves are like...
They're industrial. It's not, it's like, I had a manager, like maybe 5-6 years, it's probably longer than that, put Sonic... Like, they put like a corn dog or like a hot dog from Sonic in the microwave. Yes, and it caught on fire because they put it in there for like 30 seconds. So that just speaks to the level of intensity of these microwaves.
They're nice though.
I don't think
they're not broken.
Oh yeah, I was saying when they're not broken. Or when the beeping isn't basically every sound at our place of employment is annoying. The sound of the beeps. The sound of all the machines, the sound of the customers.
The people.
Most of the people. There are quite a few people that I enjoy working with. Not quite a few. It is a few. And by a few, it's like 8. And I work with like 40 people. So
that you like?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like you didn't like.
No, I don't like almost everybody there.
Oh, well, I'm saying.
There's like 8 people that I would like, if the building was on fire, I would actively try to be like, hey, the building's on fire, come with me if you want to stay alive.
I was talking to someone, Mercedes, and I can't remember what we were talking about, but we were talking about like disliking or liking people. I'm like, you don't have to trust everybody. No. You just have to.
I mean, I feel like if you like somebody, there's like a small level of trust, but like don't.
No.
Like trust me.
I'm talking about like people you work with.
Oh yeah,
like they're just your coworkers. Yes. You don't have to be friends with them.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Like, unless you really want to be friends with them, like me and you.
Yeah, because we only know each other because of work.
Yeah, and then...
I'm older than he is by 10 years. I'm kidding. It's only 4?
David Dobrik and Jason Nash?
Am I only 4 years older? What year were you born in?
I'm 24, so...
And I'll be 29, so it's 5 years. 5 years. Technically, we went to school for 1 year.
And I knew his brother...
Yeah.
Since elementary, so... But I just didn't know
we're
him
all
until
one big friend.
I work with him. Like family. Like Vin Diesel.
I agree with... if you want to make friends at work, that's fine. First, just know who you're making friends with, you know. Make sure...
Yeah.
If they're not reliable at work, then they're not reliable in terms of being a friend, so...
Yeah.
If you can...
Because what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. If you can't rely on them to do something that they're literally paid for... What makes you think that if they're not being paid for it, that they're going to give you any amount of their time to come do whatever it is you need them to do?
Exactly.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to say names, but the other day,
you can say first names.
The brother and sister that work, no, I don't want to. The brother and sister that work there, I didn't know
the small one?
Yeah, I didn't know they didn't get along as much as I thought.
Do they not?
I guess not. Well, they probably do, but not like right there and then.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to do table, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Go train with your brother. And next thing you know, a crew person tells me she's outside crying. So I'm like, so I went and like, are you okay? It's like, if someone's bothering you, I need to know.
Yeah, that's what I told Mercedes and Yolanda.
Okay, I got you.
That because their biggest concern about being managers at our establishment that employs us wasn't telling people to do, because I tell them not to tell people to do. Don't tell somebody, ask them. Was that they don't think that the boys would respect them. And I was like, that's fine. It is their business whether or not they want to listen to you. But if they don't, then take it up with me and Jose. Because they will listen to me. And they'll listen to Jose. Jose's big. Like I said was it the last episode? Or was it this episode? Oh, no, I think it was the beginning of this one.
Yeah.
Jose's bigger than I am. He's like 6'1", somewhere along there. I'm 5'8", okay? I use my intimidating masculine voice to intimidate them into doing what I want. No, I threaten them pretty much with bodily harm. Or I think what it is it's like they think that they're like the shit. So when somebody who is actually the shit steps into them, like gets in their not in their space, because I don't get in their personal space, but like
I don't give a fuck.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like if you intimidate them in a way.
Yeah, but if they're gonna disrespect or not listen to a girl because they're a guy, then
that's true.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? She's your fucking manager. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, if they don't want a female manager to boss them around, then they can walk out the door.
Oh, true. I'm saying they know the door's not.
Like fuck, I'll open the door for you.
But you know how teenage boys are. We work with teenagers, and I 100% would rather work with these kids than the adults. Because, but boy, teenagers. I remember when I was a teenager 10 years ago.
Same.
I was a fucking douche. What?
I was shy.
I was a simp. God, 18-year-old. I tell Jose this all the time at work, because I'll come into work and I'll wake up and on my phone is like, you have a memory on my Facebook, so I click it, and it's some like super sappy, dumbass, romantic, like gross ass shit that
he still has on his Facebook. So
I don't know how to delete them.
If you want to go comment on his videos.
Yeah, if you manage to figure out only by knowing my first name is Demetrius who I am, first you're gonna see what I look like when I was skinny, because I didn't post any pictures of me as I look now because I'm fat. I'm working on it. Also, you're gonna find a lot of videos of me singing. Don't comment on them. I know they're kind of cringy. I was young. I'm working on it. Okay. Did I ever tell you, speaking of me singing on my Facebook, that I did a cover of Counting Stars, and I got copyright striked?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, when I say covers, I mean like in my bathroom, the lights are off, so the video, quote unquote, is just a black screen with audio coming through the speakers, obviously.
Yeah, because we're shy when it comes to us doing this,
and I'm ugly. So I don't want people to know what I look like. Also, I don't know how to sing to a camera when it's just me recording for myself.
Yeah, I feel like if we do end up recording our podcast, it'll be more normal now because there's two of us.
Yeah.
Than us just being one. Because when I stream, it's just me, obviously.
I feel
awkward.
I feel once we get to a point where we can like record ourselves doing our podcast, we need to get some like lounge chairs, or some like mad comfortable like gaming chairs. That would be dope.
Well, we can use those. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're still, like I said, we're getting our feet wet. We're waiting. Our feet
we're
wet.
at the baby stage.
Yeah, we're
something.
These are baby steps, and you gotta walk before you run. So,
well,
unless you're Iron Man.
I mean, the
Iron Man reference for any of the 2 people who get that from the first movie. Love it. Speaking of Marvel movies, I assume you heard about Black Widow suing Disney,
which is funny.
Which is not a good look for Marvel.
Well, Disney.
Oh yeah, I agree. it's hard for me to like. People are picking sides, and I'm sure, given all of the details of the situation, that there is a right and a wrong side. But like, she's upset because they didn't. She doesn't think that they gave her the money she deserved because they released Black Widow on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, but that's her job, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like us.
She makes more money than she needs, though.
Well, yeah, but that's like us complaining about a raise that we're not getting.
What I do complain about the raise I'm not getting.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though.
But I can't sue our place of employment. You're not going to trick me into saying it. One of these days, one of us is going to say it by accident, and we're going to have to edit that out. Funny.
Well, they're going to be like, nope.
Welcome to Wendy's. Kidding. That's not where we work. Is it? I guess you'll find out if when we edit this, if you still hear the word Wendy's, you'll know that's not where we work. Because if I accidentally said it, we're editing that shit out.
Yep.
God, because I don't want a lawsuit. They will sue us.
Once we make a living of either Twitch or something, OnlyFans, whatever, Pornhub.
Hey,
then we can see it.
It's super easy to get videos and to put videos on Pornhub too. Like, and even to get verified, all you gotta do is send a picture of you that says I am this person for verification, and then within however long it takes them to verify, they verify you. Super easy. Not that I have any videos on Pornhub. I'm just a guy who
his name is
a guy.
I forgot his name.
Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins can be anybody he wants, and right now he's me. I'm kidding. Johnny Sins is like he looks like he's like 6'4".
I don't know. Who
he looks like Mr. Clean if Mr. Clean like fucked your wife.
I don't know who that is. Can you watch it?
You don't know who Johnny Sins is?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna show Jose in real time who Johnny Sins is. Johnny Sins. Without having to click on. Oh, okay, there we go. This guy. That's Johnny Sins. And like the whole point of the meme is that like obviously he's in porn, so he's done like every profession in the porn videos. He's like a teacher. In this, he's a masseuse, I think. Or I don't think they like being called masseuses. I think it's a massage therapist is what they like being called. Speaking of massages, if any one of you wants to pay for a massage for your boy, I'll link my OnlyFans. Pay me there. Yeah, but no, it's like he's okay. Like, you know how Tom Hanks is America's dad?
Yes.
Because he's just a wholesome guy. Johnny Sins is the Tom Hanks of porn. He's just like he seems like a wholesome guy. Just a wholesome guy that fills some holes. This is why I'm the one that gets canceled. I promise. If for whatever reason I get kicked off this podcast, I'll just replace myself with my brother. He's worse, believe it or not. Is he?
Well,
I think we're more like the same.
Yeah.
I would say our humor is very similar. It's very we have very deadpan, very dark humor. I'm one of those people that think you can make a joke out of anything. Nothing is off limits when it comes to joke. If you want to joke about 9/11, I'm not going to make one right now. But if you want to joke about 9/11, make a joke about 9/11. Humor is how some people cope with things. So I mean, to say like, hey, you can't make a joke about that,
and then
is like
that's
saying,
our
hey,
last
you
podcast.
can't cry.
So thank you for coming.
You can't cry at your mom's funeral.
Thank you for coming.
We just wanted to, thanks for 1.5 or 1 1/3. We'd like to thank all of the support.
We decided not to continue it. So
I think I'm getting a call from the FBI.
with this,
something about terrorists. They're on the way. We can expect them to bust through the roof. Speaking of busting through roofs, these are A1 segues. I did tell you the story about Homeland Security across the street when I lived at the duplex before you moved in.
Yeah.
That was wild, bro. That was when my old roommate, also named Jose, lived with me, and it was like 3 a.m. I was watching scary videos on like a 70-inch TV in the living room, and all you hear is like a big ass explosion, and I'm not gonna lie, my butthole puckered. I was not ready for that. Hit the ground. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that? And my roommate comes like army crawling in. He's like, did you hear that? I'm like, of course I heard that. What do you mean? We look across the street, and outside of this duplex across the cul-de-sac was like a SWAT truck, obviously it was Homeland Security, but like the type of truck, it was like SWAT. They had like the whole like end of this cul-de-sac like surrounded. There was like, it was like a perimeter guard of these dudes in like full on tactical gear. They had the whole helicopter spotlight on the house. They did the whole 9 yards. And it turns out the big explosion was them blowing the door off the hinges. Because when I drove to work the next day, that's all you could see from where the front door was like, they were nice enough after the fact to like lift up the door and like set it against the wall outside of the door of the like the door frame. I was like, oh. Nice. Turns out it was Homeland Security doing a raid because they were doing some form of human trafficking. Because that's human trafficking? Yeah, it was human trafficking.
Well, drugs too, right?
I mean, if you're gonna get picked up by Homeland Security, I'm sure somewhere in there is drugs. You have to do drugs to think human trafficking is
okay.
Yeah, it's like rational line of work. So I'm sure it's like some form of heroin, meth, whatever crazy drugs.
Speaking of meth,
I don't do drugs, so
the other day somebody got arrested, shot,
yes,
tasered, and gassed
at another location that shares the name with the establishment that writes our paychecks.
So that's another hint. He already told you what state we're in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to tell you what area of the state because I feel like that's going to narrow it down way too much. And I don't want to get sued. Because we're only 1.5 episodes in and we've already talked shit about work. So,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like you should be... I don't... As long as you don't say who it is.
Our bosses don't care.
The boss directly above us talks way more shit than we ever could because
don't say that.
They have to deal with more of the stuff than we do. Like I wouldn't be able to do all of the stuff that they do.
I think we would.
Not at a store that makes as much money as we do.
Once somebody says a name, then we can talk about work.
Yeah. And then we'll be a little nicer with how we describe it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we would. Like
if it was half the size of the store that we do, like if we made what did she say?
Store, like my old
store.
That
okay.
Yeah.
I would say because our boss is a she. She said that we were we were about to pass 3 million.
Yes.
So we're gonna push towards 5 by the end of the year.
We're at
5.5.
350. We were when we had that meeting.
Okay.
350.
So if I ran a store that made in an entire year
like 200
what we've made in these 7 months, then yeah, sure, I can do that. Given I would need like halfway decent managers below me.
Well, yeah.
And you worked with the managers that we work with?
At least then, okay.
If that happens, I'm stealing managers.
As long as we have like 5 managers that are decent, then I'm good.
Oh yeah. Also,
because we just promote anybody.
If for whatever reason I decided to smoke a crap ton of heroin, and took the position that we are speaking of, I'm 100% poaching managers from our old store. 100%. But hey, Jose and I are over here. Y'all want to jump over?
Who would you think would go though? Don't say name. Just say name.
The girls. 100%.
Okay, but okay.
Well,
oh yeah, because we don't have any good. We don't have any guys managers.
We have
Ramon. That's it.
We have Pans. Does he count?
That's his name. Does not.
I mean, I get. Okay, it's not. Oh, I was about to say we have the other of our position, but they're just built like a dude. I guess it is.
And this is why he calls himself the canceled one.
Okay, it's not okay. It's not me being mean. When people come through our establishment that decides whether or not I have to draw unemployment, comes through the drive-through, or when she hires people over the phone or talks to them over the phone, they call her sir. So they started it. I'm just joining the club. My PS5 is dusty. I really need to dust it off. Get like a sock and wipe it.
Show off.
I have a PS5. Yeah, I know, not rich. Also, I got it when they came out, so I didn't get it from a scalper. I was lucky.
Some lollipops off.
I'm going to tell the story of how I got my PS5. I feel like it's a funny story. It's a story.
It's funny to us.
Yeah. Okay, so
we know each other.
PS5 did their whole like these are the games that are going to launch.
PlayStation.
Oh yeah, PlayStation. Sorry, Sony PlayStation. They did their whole thing. These are the games that are going to come out with it, and these are the prices and stuff like that. And then they did another like event. I can't remember what they were doing at the event. Maybe it was like more game showcasing stuff. But at the end of the event, they surprised everybody by saying, "Hey, they're up for sale." And it kind of fucked everybody because they told everybody that they were not going to say there wasn't going to be a surprise. They said you would know well in advance, and Sony was like, "No." So I spent the whole day at work, like doing work with like half my brain, and then the other half I had my phone in my pocket, refreshing my Best Buy page, trying to get this thing to go into my fucking cart. And about 8 hours later, I got it. And everything was fine. Everything was hunky dory. I didn't have to pay for it until it was shipped. And it comes about the time where it's about to get shipped, and I get a phone call or I get an email saying that my order had been canceled, and I was not happy. I was at work, so I stopped working. I took a break early, went out and called Best Buy's customer service, wondering why. It turns out that their computer system had accidentally canceled my order. And my order was still valid. It wasn't like I got it, like I put it in my cart and it wasn't actually an actual PS5. They were not sold out when I got one. I was just lucky. So they were like, okay, that's fine. We'll just ship a PS5 to your nearest Best Buy. So that's what they did, and I get a phone call saying, hey, your PlayStation's here for you to pick up. So I go up there. I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up my PlayStation. Like, huh? What PlayStation? We ain't got no PlayStations. It turns out that they called me again, like a couple days later, saying, hey, we tried getting a hold of you to let you know that your PS5's at this Best Buy. You know, if you want to come get it, we can only keep it for so long. So I go back up there. I'm like, hey, I have the voicemail from you guys saying it's here. And he's like, okay, do you know the name of the person on the voicemail? It turns out, for whatever reason, Geek Squad was the one that took the order for my PlayStation, and that's who left me that voicemail. So there's a whole separate, like...
it's a separate...
It's
not
like
company, but they're a separate department.
Like, yeah. So they had to go to a completely different, storeroom. Like, there's, like, a room where they store orders that are bought from, like, online for Best Buy. But if Best Buy, for whatever reason, like, the outside company shipped them something directly, it goes into this other room. And they didn't think to look in there. So, PS5 dropped... I can't remember what day it was. I want to say it was, like, someday in September. And I got it within the week. And I was very happy about it. Because up until about 3 weeks ago, I literally did not know anybody else that had a PlayStation.
That's true. Now I know friends and my cousin have one.
Oh, yeah, 2. I guess it's technically 3. Well, because the one for Dylan he bought it from someone else. So technically, it's one PS5, but 2 people owned it. So 3 people we know have had.
Well, no, they had 2.
Oh,
that person has 2.
What the? Oh, he was scalping, and then he
spent he works at Walmart.
No, not your cousin.
I know. Oh. They work at Walmart.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he knows someone that works at Walmart, so that's how they...
Damn.
So if you know anybody that works at Walmart or Best Buy, they can
better
save a PS5 for you.
Better pull them into the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Because they might be able to hook you up. That is if, someone can get them a PlayStation.
Or if you're someone who works at Walmart and would like to give us one. Or me.
And yeah, I would say I already have one, but if you want to give me a second one, that's fine too. I'll use it, I guess, or I can sell it and make a couple early car payments.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard Walmart, speaking of Walmart, that they're changing all their green to blue. I don't know if it's true.
Walmart has green in it?
No, like their green neighborhood Walmarts.
Oh, to blue?
Yeah, they're gonna change them to blue.
I mean, that would make sense. But then, because
they're remodeling the one
over here. Yeah. Have you seen it? Have you been inside it?
Yeah,
it's nice. Weird. I like it though. It's almost to a point now where the neighborhood market for us it's almost not a neighborhood market though. The only thing that separates it from the big Walmart is there's no electronics, no toys, no clothing.
Yeah, but people order it and they still can get it there. So that's probably why.
If they make it blue, I don't think it's the worst thing. I mean, it's my favorite color, so.
Maybe they'll just make it blue and add literally an aisle of just electronics or clothing, whatever.
I feel like I guess technically there is a toy aisle in the neighborhood market. It's in the I think it's the pop
by the
aisle.
By the cooking stuff. Yeah.
There's like a small little section of toys.
Yeah, because that's where I buy my Hot Wheels.
Where broke ass people buy their toys.
I collect Hot Wheels.
I'm one of those broke people. I just don't buy toys from there. I buy expensive toys.
I buy
also
Hot Wheels.
Called model kits.
Anybody wants to send me some Hot Wheels? I collect them.
Jose has a boner for all things
cars, engines.
I don't.
Speaking of cars,
as long as I can drive it. Fast and Furious 9. I'm kidding. I haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it, so
we need to watch it.
Once we do, we'll make a review. Sort of, maybe talk bad about it.
I will suffer through that movie to make a review on it.
He talks bad about it. I'll fall in love with it.
I'm gonna roast the movie
because I'm a big Fast and Furious fan.
I'm gonna roast the movie. We're also gonna watch Suicide Squad 2, or actually it's the Suicide Squad. There's a difference.
We could watch it on my vacation.
That's true.
Like, because I'm off and then you'll be off 2 days.
I'll probably watch it. Wait, when's your vacation?
In August. In 2 weeks.
Okay, then
Angela's
so then
16.
Okay, I'll say
or
so.
No.
I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on HBO Max, just to watch.
Angela's is next week.
Yes. Because
mine's after. Yeah.
And then we can watch it again, and then we can.
Oh, then we can do that. Then we can watch it,
and then watch it again.
Yeah.
So because I'm gonna watch it just to watch it, because I feel like I won't be able to pick out all the details.
Oh, then do you want to watch it and then record live while we watch it?
Yeah. But okay, let's do it the second time though. You get what I'm saying? Like, watch it once.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The second time. Since you have
we can live as it's playing. Right, obviously,
or
we're gonna have to
watch clips of it.
Yeah, I would say. We're gonna have to put the volume at a low level so that we don't get copyright strike.
Well, we can edit it now.
Oh, that's true. I forget editing is a thing, people.
Maybe I need help if anybody knows how to edit stuff out like that.
It's okay, I'll just call Ninja's editor.
Who's Ninja's? No, I want. If I have to,
sure it's his wife. She literally does everything else for him. I'm saying she does everything else for him. She probably wipes his ass.
If I would have anybody's editor, it'd probably be. I don't know
who has a good editor.
Tim. I like Tim's editor. Because it's Whips, his mod for Twitch.
That's true.
That's his editor.
That dude, he's fast to get stuff too. Like, he pulls people's COD stuff.
Well, that's his only one.
Oh, okay, that's his only mod, really?
Yeah. Well, no. Whips is his only Twitch streamer mod is Tim. That's the only person he ever manages. Because Nick has his own too.
Okay. Because Tim's always like, Whips, are you in the chat? I'm like, why wouldn't he be? He's your mod.
Yeah.
I'm sure his schedule is your schedule. Also, I didn't know Tim really only records in the morning. Obviously, because he has a life and he has his kid, but...
That's like he was, I guess, XQC's actually?
XQC, yeah.
XQC
because he was in the game. He was in his chat.
Yeah, he was in chat. He's like, hey, if you ever want to play, I know you're younger than me and stay up later. But I got a kid and a wife. I'm 31.
Which isn't even old, because I turned 31 in 2 years, okay, for context.
Yeah, well, I would still play with him.
I stay up late as hell. My bedtime, the time I go to sleep is like 7:30. I mean, I'm like...
But that's because, again, where we work at,
our schedule is very odd. Yeah, it's a very odd schedule. Also, I've had insomnia since I was like 15.
And we did overnights and stuff like that because they don't give a fuck about us. Again, I'm not saying it.
Oh, gotta be careful, because not very many places do overnights. At Domino's Pizza, where we out Pizza the Hut every day.
A lot of fast food. I said fast food before.
No, not fast food. The overnight part. Not very
a lot of fast food. Yeah, they do.
I can off the top of my head. But we already told them we live in Arkansas.
Oh, that's true.
There are only 4 places in the town that we live in.
I'm holding up a pen. Can y'all look at it? Like what's it called? Men in Black.
I've got a neuralizer for you. Everybody, I'm going to need you to look into your speakers.
There's a lot.
Okay, there's the place that everybody says is good, but it's gross in the town next to us. Starts with a W. It's orange.
Yeah.
There's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And there's Waffle House. And there's
a lot of breakfast stuff for hangovers or drunks.
I would say drunk specifically, because when I was younger, back in the young days, when I used to go clubbing.
We haven't been to IHOP or anything like that.
No, we haven't.
We used to before we had. Yeah. No. Did we live together? I don't remember.
No, when we lived together, we cooked.
Okay,
almost
before
exclusively.
we had the relationships we had,
We
used to hang out a lot.
Yeah, and we go out to eat.
Yep.
IHOP.
Whenever Pokemon Go came out, there you go.
Yeah,
whenever Pokemon Go came out.
Hey, we should use that as an excuse to go hiking.
That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do. I was actually gonna text you today. But then I forgot
we can do it at night
do.
too. I'm not fucked up about it. I'll get a flashlight and a bat. I don't need a flashlight and a bat. I have a lightsaber. It's both. It's like it was meant to be. I'll bring my purple lightsaber with me. God,
it's like that's weird because our level.
It's like, hey, you hear a noise?
It's
I got you.
Trying to
activate my lightsaber. I wouldn't fuck with anybody who's randomly in the woods with a fucking lightsaber. That's all. I mean, me personally. I feel like on that note, we're gonna end this episode of Uncut and
Unoriginal.
I almost forgot. I'm
like I said, we're new.
I'm the bad one,
episode.
Demetrius, in this. The one that doesn't sound so
Jose,
nasally is Jose.
JLC on.
Once again, at the and
Twitch.
for all of these podcasts, we'll once all of our stuff is set up, we'll set up our Spotify, our Twitches, respectively, our YouTube, maybe
our profiles. There we go.
All of our information essentially will be.
That way we don't take longer to name everything.
Yeah,
because right now there's an app for everything.
Yeah,
apparently
we're gonna have to get one of those link tree things. And every time I see something have a link tree thing, I always assume there's an OnlyFans
bottom, and that's the only link you need.
Exactly, and then it'll just push you to all the stuff that's for us.
All right.
So we'll see you in the next one. Once again, I'm saluting, and you
and see we mean here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or see us. It's whatever.
Well, profile.